How did jazz drummers develop their historical techniques? Imagine a rhythm so lively and complex that it makes your heart beat faster. That's the magic of jazz drumming, a style that grew from many influences and innovations. It all started in New Orleans in the early 1900s, a melting pot of cultures and sounds. Early jazz drummers used military drumming rudiments and marching band rhythms, which were some of the few formal techniques available at the time. They adapted these patterns to fit jazz, emphasizing rolls and simple beats that kept the band moving. The invention of the bass drum pedal in the late 1800s was a game-changer. It let one drummer play multiple parts at once, making the drum set more versatile. This innovation led to the modern drum set, combining bass drum, snare, cymbals, and tom-toms into one unit. Pioneers like Edward D.D. Chandler popularized this setup in New Orleans, giving drummers more rhythmic independence. Culturally, jazz drumming absorbed African rhythms like polyrhythms and syncopation, blending them with European marching patterns. This fusion created the swinging feel that is so characteristic of jazz. Drummers like Warren "Baby" Dodds kept the beat lively by improvising behind the band, playing different patterns each chorus. This kept the rhythm fresh and exciting while still providing a steady pulse for the ensemble. As jazz evolved into the swing era in the 1920s and 1930s, drummers like Chick Webb and Joe Jones focused on groove and rhythmic drive. They used cymbals and bass drums more skillfully, especially in big band settings. The development of faster, more independent bass drum pedal work allowed for more complex rhythms. Then came the 1940s bebop period, where drummers like Max Roach and Kenny Clarke shifted from just keeping time to engaging in musical conversations. They created intricate ride cymbal patterns and used the hi-hat to produce flowing, dynamic sounds. This period marked a move toward rhythmic improvisation and complexity. Over time, jazz drummers continued to experiment with new instruments and techniques. They used wire brushes or softer sticks to balance volume in smaller groups. They added more tom-toms and hi-hats to expand their sound palette. All these changes reflected jazz's core values of rhythmic freedom and personal expression. So, jazz drummers developed their techniques through a mix of cultural influences, technological advances, and a desire to push musical boundaries. Each innovation built on the last, shaping the vibrant, ever-changing sound we celebrate today.